Billionaire boy falls in love with school girl, drama recap style story. Long, emotional, cinematic story. The first time 17-year-old Ha-rin saw the black limousine stop in front of the school gates, she thought it was a politician, or maybe a celebrity. Students crowded around the shiny car, whispering and filming. But when the door opened and a boy stepped out, everything went silent, like the whole world held its breath. He looked no older than 18. Tall, sharp-jawed, almost unreal. But it wasn't his looks that caught Ha-rin's attention, it was the cold emptiness in his eyes, like someone who had lived too fast and felt too little. The school murmured a single name. That's Kong Ji-hoon, the youngest heir to Kong Holdings. The billionaire boy no one expected to ever attend a regular school. Ha-rin pulled her hoodie up and walked past the crowd. Rich people problems, she muttered, gripping her worn-out backpack. She didn't care who he was. She had enough of her own problems, an overworked single mother, bills stacked on the kitchen counter, and the pressure of being the top student to secure her scholarship. She didn't have space in her life for drama. But fate does not ask permission. Later that day, while running to her part-time job at a bakery after school, she collided with someone outside the gate. Bread scattered over the ground. She froze. It was him, Kong Ji-hoon. He blinked, surprised, then bent down without hesitation. "I'll help," he said quietly. No, these are for customers," she panicked, gathering the buns. "I'll be fired." He watched her, really watched her, like he had never seen someone rush for something so small. "You work after school?" "Yes. Because unlike you, I'm not made of money." She regretted it the moment it came out, but Ji-hoon didn't get angry. Instead, a small, fascinated smile tugged at the corner of his lips. "No one talks to me like that," he said. "That's not my problem," Ha-rin muttered and hurried away. But that moment stayed with him. In his world, everything came easily. Money, influence, fake friends, artificial smiles. But this girl, she was real in a way he couldn't explain. And for the first time in a long time, something inside him felt alive. The next day, their homeroom teacher assigned project pairs. Ha-rin and Ji-hoon. The class gasped. Ji-hoon raised an eyebrow. Ha-rin's soul left her body. They met in the quiet corner of the library. He had never opened a school textbook before, she organized everything in color-coded lists. When she talked about the project, her eyes lit up with determination. When she explained a concept, she used small gestures and scribbled little diagrams. Ji-hoon found himself staring too long each time. "You're smart," he said without thinking. She blinked. "And you're distracted." For the first time, Ji-hoon laughed, really laughed. The sound startled them both. Days turned into weeks. Their project meetings turned into small conversations. Conversations turned into long walks after school. Ha-rin learned that Ji-hoon lived alone in a giant mansion, his parents always away for business. He learned that Ha-rin dreamed of becoming a doctor, not because it was prestigious, but because she wanted to help people like her mother, who never took a day off even when sick. Slowly, gently, something bloomed. But love never comes without storms. Rumors started to swirl. Photos of them together leaked online. Rich girls from elite families confronted Ha-rin. "Stay away from him. You don't belong in his world." Ji-hoon wanted to protect her, but Ha-rin refused to be the reason he got involved in scandals. One night, after a long shift at the bakery, she received a message from Ji-hoon, "Come outside." He stood there in the cold, breath fogging the air, holding 2 cups of hot chocolate. "Ha-rin," he said softly, "don't avoid me. You're a billionaire, Ji-hoon," she whispered, voice breaking. "I'm nobody." "You're not nobody. You're the only person who ever saw me as human." Her heart trembled, but fear dug deeper. "Your world and mine, they don't match." He stepped closer. "Then I'll change mine." Before she could respond, headlights flashed. A black diplomatic car stopped. Ji-hoon's father stepped out, cold, intimidating, a man who controlled empires. "You," he said, pointing at Ha-rin, "you are ruining my son's future." Ji-hoon moved protectively in front of her. "She's not ruining anything. I love her." Ha-rin froze. His father's voice turned like ice. "If you continue this foolishness, you will lose everything, your inheritance, your position, your future." Ha-rin shook her head violently. "Ji-hoon, stop. He's serious." "I don't care," Ji-hoon said, grabbing her hand. "I only care about you." But his father wasn't bluffing. The next day, Ji-hoon's accounts were frozen. His security privileges revoked. He was banned from leaving the mansion. His phone taken away. Ha-rin didn't see him for weeks. She cried silently each night, focusing on studies to survive the ache. But on the night before finals, someone tapped her window. She almost screamed. It was Ji-hoon, mud on his shoes, breathless, eyes blazing with determination. "I escaped," he said simply. "I'm tired of living like a prisoner. I want a life I choose." She pulled him inside, panicking. "Ji-hoon, your father will. I don't care. I want you." Tears filled her eyes. She touched his face gently. "Are you sure? This won't be easy." "I don't want easy. I want real." They embraced, trembling with the weight of everything they had fought. But love wasn't the end, hard work was. Ji-hoon renounced control of his family wealth temporarily and moved into a small apartment, taking part-time jobs while finishing school. Ha-rin helped him study, and he helped her manage stress. They struggled, stumbled, cried, laughed, together. And slowly, Ji-hoon's father witnessed something he had never seen before, his son happy. Months later, he visited them quietly. Saw the small dinner they cooked together. Saw his son studying at a cramped table but smiling. Something inside the powerful man softened. "If this is what you want," he said quietly, "then, I won't stand in the way." Ji-hoon hugged his father for the first time in years. Ha-rin watched them with trembling eyes. By the time graduation arrived, they had transformed from two strangers colliding at a school gate, into partners who found strength in each other. Ji-hoon earned back his family inheritance, but chose to build his own company. Ha-rin earned a full scholarship to medical school. Years later, on a sunset-lit rooftop overlooking the city, Ji-hoon took Ha-rin's hand. "Do you remember," he whispered, "when you told me our worlds didn't match?" She smiled. "Yes." He pulled her close. "We built our own world, together." With the wind brushing gently around them, he brought out a small ring, not expensive, not extravagant, but full of meaning. "Marry me, Ha-rin." Tears streamed down her cheeks. "Yes, Ji-hoon, always." And in that moment, the billionaire boy and the school girl, once separated by worlds, stood as equals, built by love, tested by hardship, and united by choice. A reminder that love is not about status, wealth, or fate, but about two hearts willing to fight for each other, no matter how impossible the world makes it seem.